everyone and welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm very happy to have you here, guys. So today I want to share my thoughts on a fragrance from the house of Ahmed al Maghribi. The fragrance is called Bidun Esam and I have a decant of this one. And let me just tell you right from the beginning that I am so upset that I did not get a full bottle of this one when I had the chance to buy a full bottle, because now it's out of stock and I am left with a decant that's almost like half gone. So yes. This is another rosewood combo, guys, but it's a different rosewood combo. It's not your typical rosewood combo. If you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. I love heavy fragrances. I love rosy fragrances, but like those darker, richer, deeper roses. I love oud in my fragrances. Basically, I love everything that has rose and oud in it, besides the medicinal rose and oud combos, but let's just not talk about those. I have tried a lot of rosewood combos, guys, like from Middle Eastern brands, like from lower price ranges from the Middle Eastern brands, from higher price ranges from different Middle Eastern brands. I have tried from like designer brands, some rosewood combos. I have tried basically from like niche brand and everything. So I have tried a lot of rosewood combos, and let me just tell you that even though this one reminds me of other rosewood combos, but I have never tried something like this. So to me this stands out. So here is my decant of Bidun Esam. I had a 5 ml decant. And unfortunately, guys, I will finish this one, but I don't want it to finish until the fragrance comes back in stock. Oh yes, oh my god. This fragrance, first of all, it relaxes me for whatever reason. I find it very relaxing. But not because it has some citrusy relaxing notes, no. Guys, it's so beautiful. Okay, now, in all honesty, the first few times I have smelled this one, because I've had this decant in my collection for more than 4 months by now, the first few times I have smelled it, I was not blown away by it. When you try a lot of rosewood combos, it's very hard to come by something that like shocks you or like surprises you, you know, because even though this is different to the other ones, but like when you first smell it, you still get a similar vibe to other ones. This is a typical smelling Middle Eastern fragrance. This is not a European take or like a designer take on a rose and oud combo. This is you have here a lot of saffron, a lot of rose and a lot of oud. Keep in mind, I have this decant for 4 months and I'm not sure which was the batch of the OG bottle. So if you get it now, give this one a few months, you know, give this one a few months. Oh my god, guys, it smells so good. Like, the thing is, okay, I will get into how it smells in a few seconds, but I recently had a wedding. I had to basically go back and forth to like do all sorts of like fixing and touching ups with my dress, you know, because I was like a bridesmaid. And when I smell this one, this is what I remember. Me being on a taxi going back and forth 2 times a day for 3 days to like fix my dress. But I don't mind it. What makes this one stand out, in my opinion, to all the other rosewood combos that you have is the fact that while all the other ones, or the majority of the other ones, are darker, woodier, perhaps heavy on patchouli, you have some spices there in the mix, this one is the brightest one out of all the rosewood combos that I have tried. This is not a dark fragrance, this is light, this is bright, but at the same time it's very heavy, it's very thick, it's very dense, you know, and it's also very oily, so keep this in mind if you apply this one on your clothes. The rose is not that like dark, deep, bloody like rose. This is a very bright rose. It's like you're in a rose garden with like all different sorts of roses on like a hot summer day. Also, this is very heavy on saffron. You get here a blast of saffron in your face. To me, the saffron is very noticeable. You have a lot of the saffron, a lot of the rose, and oud. The oud, I would say, first of all, it's more noticeable on clothes than it is on my skin, and it's more noticeable after a few hours than it is right when you apply it. I would say right when you apply it, you get a lot of rose and a lot of saffron, so you have this like saffrony rosy mix. And then as you are wearing it, you will get some oud touches. Now, this has listed Cambodi oud. And I've never smelled like pure Cambodi oud, so I cannot tell you if it's like real or not. But And I honestly, I think for the price, this is not like a pure, this is not like real oud. I think this is like an oud accord, you know. But let me just tell you that it's so well done. Like, it's so well done, guys. You know, in a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances, or like in a lot of, okay, I don't want to say brands, but like in a lot of rose oud combos, you are supposed to have oud, but you have a medicinal accord there that smells like cleaning products. Or you're supposed to have oud, but you have there like a dark woody accord, you know. This is oud. So I don't know who did it, how they did it, but I think this is an amazing fragrance. And this is the kind of fragrance that it will grow on you. The first time you smell it, you're like, okay, very interesting, but I've smelled something like this before. Second time you smell it, you start to enjoy it more and more. You start to discover new nuances in this one. Third time you smell it, you start to be hooked. Then fourth time you smell it, fifth time you smell it, you're like, I want to add this one to my collection. Because this is the kind of fragrance this one is. You also have in this one an amber accord, guys, but it's not an amber accord made around labdanum, I would say, or like labdanum, or however you call it. It's an amber accord that basically plays very well with the oud used here, because it gives the oud roundness, you know, and richness, and it gives the base a lot of depth and density. Yes, density. Basically, this fragrance is very thick, it's very dense, you know, it's not a thin, soft fragrance, quite the opposite. It's a very strong, thick, dense fragrance, but keep in mind it's very light, bright and airy at the same time. More light and bright, less airy. But like, yeah, light and bright, that's the word. Now, I have worn this one in high heat, and it works amazing in high heat. I think this is the kind of fragrance that works amazing all year round, and you can easily wear this one all year round, because it's strong enough so that you can wear it in the colder months without being basically like a faint trace of a scent there. But at the same time, because of how bright and light it is, because of the fact that it's not a dark fragrance, it works amazing in the warmer months. It works amazing in the heat. I feel like in the heat you don't need a lot of sprays with this one. I did like 3 sprays, and basically I had a scent bubble, and I could easily smell myself for quite a good few hours. For 4 to 5 hours I could easily smell myself, and it sticks very well to the clothes. It sticks very well to the clothes, and I feel like on clothes the next day it's when you get to smell the oud accord, like the beautiful, rich, complex oud that this one has. Very beautiful, guys. I don't know if I should say that this is a safe blind buy. I feel like if you like rose and oud, you will love this one, but keep in mind it's rose, oud, saffron, and like I said, amber in the base. But it's not a westernized rose and oud, you know. And even though the oud here doesn't have any skank to it, but it's still oud that smells like oud. And like I said, you will get it if you spray this one on your clothes or in your hair. After a good few hours, the oud will shine, and especially on clothes. I loved sniffing. The piece of clothing that I was wearing when I was wearing that fragrance. Gosh, it smelled amazing. And even now, smelling it from my blouse here or from my shirt, I feel like the oud shines way more here than it shines on my skin. Okay, so let me touch on the performance of this fragrance a little bit. I feel like this is the kind of fragrance that you do not need to overspray to make the scent stand out. I feel like this is the kind of fragrance that you need like few sprays of this one. Like 4 to 5 sprays, and people around you will smell you, especially in the first 5 hours. After 5 hours, I would reapply it. For instance, if I were to use this one for a night out, I would do like 10 sprays of this one, or maybe like 15 sprays. But that's the maximum I would go, because it's a strong fragrance, guys. It's not a challenging fragrance, but it's a very strong fragrance, so keep this in mind. I would say for this one, less is more for sure. Maybe even 10 sprays is too much for this one, I don't know. When I wore it, I did like 3 sprays, but I did like 3 sprays because I wanted to save this decant that I had, not because I couldn't spray more. Longevity on clothes, it lasts for days, and on clothes it keeps developing. So I feel like it's almost like you get... The thing is, this fragrance, if I were to spray it, let's say like here, like I would do 1 spray here, and I would smell this shirt after 3 days, it wouldn't smell like this fragrance. Because I feel like on clothes, it develops more than it develops on skin, or at least on my skin. I feel like on clothes it gets to a stage where you have this beautiful rich aroma of oud that is very noticeable and that is very like addicting. And on my skin I do get the oud, but I never get to the part where it's like so noticeable, you know. It's always in the background, but it's still noticeable. You need to like oud to appreciate this fragrance, and you need to like oud that smells like oud, you know. But it's not a challenging oud. Yes, when it comes to genders, this is the perfect unisex. This is the kind of fragrance that you can get and like share it with your partner maybe, or even on your own. I don't know. If you're a man and you love rose, you love oud, and you love saffron, you will enjoy this one for sure. But keep in mind, I feel like the most important thing to keep in mind about this one is the fact that the fragrance is light and bright, even though it's heavy. The rose here is a bright, dense, warm pink rose that has a bit of sweetness to it, but I wouldn't call this fragrance particularly sweet. It's not that dark, rich, mysterious rose. This to me smells luxurious. It smells very elegant. I would say it's a timeless fragrance as long as you enjoy rose and oud, you know. And it's a very traditional Middle Eastern smelling fragrance, which I really do enjoy. I love this DNA, honestly. As a conclusion, I love this fragrance, and I'm quite upset that I did not get a full bottle of this one when I had the chance. When I will see it back in stock, best believe I will get a backup bottle, not a backup bottle, I will get a bottle and perhaps a backup bottle of this one, because it's such an affordable fragrance, guys, that smells so expensive. This smells way more expensive than it costs, and the oud accord they used, or the basically whatever they did to make the oud accord here, it smells beautiful, it smells luxurious, and it smells like oud that smells like oud, you know, which I always appreciate. When it comes to versatility, I will just tell you this: as long as you enjoyed the DNA, you could wear it for all outfits besides the very casual outfits. You could dress it up, you could dress it down, daytime, nighttime. It would shine in so many occasions and with so many different outfits. I would say this is a very versatile fragrance, perhaps more versatile for women than for men, and perhaps more versatile for women who enjoy fragrances with a very powerful Middle Eastern DNA. So yes, guys, those are my thoughts about this fragrance. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. It would help me so much with the algorithm. If you have any questions about this fragrance, please put them down below, and I promise that I will get back to you. But yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of hugs, a lot of positive energy. So yes, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I want to wish you an amazing day wherever you are. Bye.